Here we are, Chasta and Baby Huey for 107.7 The Bone at Aftershock, sitting with the man of the festival, if you ask me.
No, stop it.
No, I'm not shitting you. Ayron Jones.
What's up, man?
How are you?
Oh, I'm living the American dream, you know?
You really are.
Yeah, man.
You really are. But it's cool because everybody I've asked, like, who are you excited to see at Aftershock? Yeah. We've been talking about Aftershock for months. Everyone has said Ayron Jones.
That's cool, man. That's really cool.
Congrats.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah.
How you feeling about everything?
I'm feeling good. You know, it was a real rock and roll day. It really was. I mean, from first when we stepped on stage, you know, we're running a skinny crew here. We just flew in for this date. We're running a skinny crew, so we're all scrambling, trying to get stuff ready.
Yeah.
And then my guitars and everything are like the pedal board is like not working, and we're just like, oh, what do we do? No, we got it though. I mean, it was all rock and roll. We got it. We rode with it. Everything was perfect, and you know, we played a great set. And that stuff kind of, as an artist, it sticks to your head a little bit. But at the end of the day, it's like, you know, you don't realize the impact you just had as you play and like what you sound like and all that stuff. So it was a really good day.
Yeah. Well, nobody out here is sweating any minor technical.
No, not at all.
They're out in 100-degree heat.
Oh yeah.
To see you. You're on stage at probably 200
Blazing,
degrees.
Dude. Blazing.
How do you do that?
You don't have a choice. They paid you to be there.
I know, but your body doesn't have a choice to not have a heat stroke.
No, it's okay. It's all right. It's okay. It was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. It was hot. It was hot. But you know, you're not really focused on that so much as you're just like, let's get this job done, and then I can talk about how hot I am, and figure it out. You know? But it's all good, you know. Yeah.
How is it? What is it like to play festivals like this versus like your more intimate shows? Like, how do you connect with an audience that huge? You've been playing huge gigs. You've got Guns N' Roses, Rolling Stones.
Yeah.
Like, how do you find that connective tissue between you and that audience?
Man, you know, I think that one of the things I pride myself on is just being really approachable, you know, and like just being a regular dude. You can catch me at the dive bar having a shot or something and chilling. You know, I don't see myself as being in a role so much as I am just like a part of this thing that we're all doing. I think that really helps to connect, you know. So when things do go wrong, I'm not freaking out and screaming and yelling and crying. I'm just like, man,
your ego's not taking over.
No, it's not. Yeah. And I'm not mad at anybody. I'm not like yelling at my guitar. It's like, how could you? It's supposed to work, you know. You know, it's just like, it's all good, man. Stuff happens, and you got to figure it out. You know, roll with it, and you know, you just like, you roll with that.
That's why you'll last forever in this industry.
Yeah.
Like you said, dive bar. What's your go-to drink?
Oh, a dive bar? I don't know, whiskey.
What kind of whiskey?
Jameson. I haven't decided with Jameson. Jack Daniels is good though.
Endorsement, too. Jameson, get a hold of him. Are you already endorsed?
I was for a while.
All right, get it back. Get it back.
Give me back. All right.
My husband's a big Ginger and Jamie guy.
Yeah. I like Jimmy. That's mine too. Ginger Jameson. Yeah.
First time we did a broadcast at Jameson Distillery.
Yeah.
In Dublin, Ireland.
Oh yeah. Oh, I bet that was amazing.
It was amazing to have it at the bar. I was like, what is this?
Yeah.
What is this?
But yeah, it was Jameson and Ginger.
Yeah.
Oh my God. It was incredible. Like, yeah.
I bet it was amazing, man. Yeah, that sounds awesome, dude.
Speaking of health, whenever you're on the road, how do you take care of yourself? Like, because it's a crazy life. It's a crazy business. How
Drugs.
Do you eat?
No, I'm kidding.
No, I will pickle you. Look at Keith Richards.
Yeah, right. He never ages, man.
No, he doesn't.
Never ages. You know, I think for me, just be mindful. I think just being mindful of what you're putting in your body.
Yeah.
Try to get some sleep, and it's hard out there, you know, when you're going through different time zones all the time. You're seeing different people and you know, doing all this stuff. It's hard, you know. And like, I think for a while I was getting real sick. For the first, I'd say, few months, I was getting real sick. I was getting out there, we were touring so much, but I was also just like not taking the time to like rest, you know.
Yeah.
And I was out there partying and kicking it and drinking till all hours of the night and all that, you know. And when you're going that far with it, your body can't recuperate and rest, and you're making yourself more sick. So my focus recently has just been on, like, this morning I woke up early, got myself in the gym, did a little light workout.
Good for you.
You know, had some coffee and got myself mentally ready for my gig. And, you know, keeping those things on your mind, being conscious of how much effort you're putting into your body is really important, you know.
Isn't it funny how rock and roll has changed? It used to be like all the craziness and the debauchery, and now like, you know, like Metallica boys are doing yoga before they go on. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Vegan and all. I love that.
Vegans. Yeah.
I feel triggered.
But for you, you've been playing with so many just legendary bands. Artists.
Yeah. This guy right here too, man. Yeah.
Have you had a chance to like interact with them and like just pick their brain and like learn anything?
Oh,
like,
of course.
One-on-one.
Always, man. I had a long conversation with Eric Bass from Shinedown recently, and yeah, man, I spent a lot of time just like, you know, picking people's brains. I'm always trying to get bigger, you know, like things have happened so fast for me that, like, you know, it hasn't been a lot of time to like build my show up, you know. It's just been us plugging in and going, which I think people really love, but like, you know, we haven't really had a chance to like put our efforts into making that big stadium rock show yet, you know. So
and what's funny is you don't need it.
Yeah,
when
man,
you're
thank you. Yeah.
And you sound like you do, and
Thank
you've got
you.
all those vibes.
Yeah.
Like, you know, sometimes artists like that, they don't need it.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man.
When I first heard you, I was like, I love New Orleans. I have a place in New Orleans, and I was like, this guy's got to be from New Orleans. It has to be. When I started digging in, I was like, oh shit, no, he's not.
Seattle kid.
Then I started looking into who your influences are and how you mesh them all together.
Yeah.
And I think that's your sweet sauce.
Yeah, and I don't know if I have a choice, you know. I think that's just what's my ear growing up.
Right.
And those are the people that were around me. I was taught the Seattle sound from the people that made the Seattle sound
Which
what it
is
was, you know.
wild.
And so,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, so what's that like? Because I've been to Seattle once, and obviously it's kind of like everywhere.
Yeah.
But like for you to be in there, is it like I can only imagine? It's like do you naturally just play what's been there already, or how do you find your own voice or sound in that whole atmosphere?
Well, I always was just kind of on my own thing, right? I always wanted to. I don't know, man. You know, I never really thought about like I need to sound like this person or that person. I just I knew what I liked, and I grabbed it and I just put it in my sauce, you know, put it in my soup, you know. And so that's all I focused on, and that was it. And I think that's how all of it came to be. And then I found a sweet spot in that. And after doing all these you know, grabbing this sound and that sound and this sound and that sound, I found a sweet spot. I just went with it. That was it.
I think it's easy to put people in boxes when you have we work for a classic rock radio station,
right?
And so everybody wants to put a new artist in this genre, this box.
Right.
And I think the magic happens when it is multi-genre, and even better if you can collab and you can cross genres and bring those worlds together.
That's evolution right there.
Right.
You know, that's
Yes.
evolution. That's evolution.
I was gonna say, so you're putting up the screen earlier.
Yeah.
So you've been on the road with him.
I was on the road for 2 months with Daughtry.
He's such a cool dude. We just chatted with him.
So great. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that like working?
Oh man, me and Chris are brothers, man. That's my dude. You know, especially when you spend that much time with somebody, you know, on the road, and you have to. I mean, the thing about Daughtry too is Daughtry is one of those cats who's just so innately talented, you know, and every time he does anything, it just turns to gold, you know, and so. But just being able to be in his presence and to see his work ethic, which was the most inspirational thing. It's like, you know, we both work hard.
Yeah.
But there's a guy right there who's just putting his foot is right down right now. It's just to the ground, man. Pedal to the metal right now, and. You know, that was the most inspirational thing for me. But just overall cool, laid back, easy going dude, you know. Yeah.
It's interesting to talk to Chris because he talks about how he was in the beginning of his career, maybe not being authentic to who he was, right, and evolving to that. You feel super authentic. You feel like have you always been like that? Always sort of just lived into who Ayron is?
Not always. You know, I think really early on as an indie artist, it took some time to figure that out. But I just think that especially now after being signed and all that, and just going through all these motions. I don't know, man. You just gotta find a way to be. You can't just have an on-off switch all the time. You gotta find a way to just be natural in yourself, as much as you can. I mean, obviously, if I get in front of some strangers or something, I'm gonna probably put a wall up a little bit. But you know, typically, I just find myself just chilling, man, being myself and the most authentic version of myself for people to get to know. You know.
That's great.
Yeah.
You mentioned you've been on the road a lot.
Yeah.
You know, just we're from the Bay Area, San Francisco, Oakland, San Jose. Have you been to the Bay Area?
Yeah.
Any special moments or venues that really stick out?
What's that? The Wagner Theater? Is that what it's called there in San Francisco?
The Fillmore? Warfield?
The Warfield, yeah, Warfield.
Yeah.
Wagner's in L.A.
Yeah.
With the Warfield with Shinedown a few years ago was legendary, man. I'll never forget that.
That's a great room.
Yeah.
There's a lot of juju in those two rooms.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Oh, it's great,
yeah.
man. It's great, yeah. And
I mean, you've been playing with such legends, and I wouldn't dare say you're an overnight success. You're clearly not. You've been at this and working your ass off.
For a while, yeah.
You kind of shot out of a rocket, if you will.
Yeah.
We talked a lot today with multiple artists about imposter syndrome.
Yeah,
Does that ever affect you?
Certainly.
Yeah.
Certainly, yeah, certainly. Because it's it's what I'm thinking for my wife and my kids, man. To keep me from going into the stars, you know, because especially in those first few years, I was sitting on my couch and they called me and told me I was #1. And then I went right back to sitting on my couch because it was a pandemic.
Yeah.
So it's nothing to do. They're like, "Hey, you're #1." I was like, "Oh my God!" A single tear came from my eye, and I was like, "Okay, well, I'll call you guys later then, right? Yeah, cool."
Celebrate.
Yeah.
So what now?
And I sat down and turned TV on. I was like,
Get some Jameson, you're good.
#1, man.
Yeah.
I'm #1. No way, you know. And it takes a while for that information to disseminate too. Like no one else knows you are. You're just like, "Oh, I'm #1."
Right.
You're always #1 in our book, man. No, but I'm.
Yeah. No,
Seriously.
For real.
No, for real, guys. I'm #1.
You have any special awards or anything to commemorate that, like a plaque?
Plaques.
I haven't gotten any
gold
plaques.
records, all that
I
kind of
I
stuff?
can get the plaques for sure. I haven't gotten the plaques yet. I don't even know if they're certified gold yet.
Yeah,
I haven't even checked on that stuff, you know. But I know that I as of right now, I could probably pick up 2 plaques and put those up on my walls right now. 4 plaques actually, because you get media base and then Billboard. So I can actually pick up at least 4 plaques.
That's awesome.
But I haven't, and they're expensive. Like people think you just like your label just gets it for you. Like no, they don't. They just like gotta buy that junk, man. It's like $400. Like,
that's how the Hollywood Walk of Fame is. Everybody thinks that that's like a thing. No, you gotta pay for that shit.
Yeah, you do
and
for sure.
And you pay big.
Out the ass, yeah.
Yeah.
So what's next for you after today? What's like looking ahead to the end of?
Guns N' Roses is next week for me, and opening for those guys, and then
that sentence, just let that percolate. It's a big deal.
Opening for Guns N' Roses next week in my hometown. I'm in Paris for 2 headline shows.
Yeah.
Opening for Guns N' Roses again after that in Denver, and then I have a show in Vegas, and then as of right now, I got about a month and a half, 2 months off, which is the longest I've had off in like 2 years.
Oh,
so
good. See the wife and kids.
Yeah, we're just
take
gonna
that
hang.
All in.
Yeah, for now, I'm probably gonna start a new record and work on something else. So like we'll see.
Great.
Yeah.
Man, GNR and a hometown show.
I know, dude. It's gonna be crazy.
That's mind blowing. Good
crazy.
for you.
What's your
man.
guest list that night?
Oh
yeah,
man.
right. How many do you get?
10 fucking people. I'm good, man.
Yeah.
Solid.
Buy a ticket.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I only have like seriously, it's just only family.
I'm sure.
Maybe my closest friends, but it's really just family.
Yeah.
I'm not really doing any of that, and my band needs people too, right? So I got guest lists for my band as well, but like, I'm not. It makes it easy when if I was headlining, it'd be different, but because they're like you only get 10 tickets here, I'm like no problem.
All right. I can handle that.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. So
I'm so
we
happy
keep it
for
easy.
you, man.
We keep it
That's
easy.
great.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we have our favorite question that we
Sure.
end with. Are you familiar with the movie Almost Famous?
Yeah, of course.
All right. So in the last frame of that film, they ask, "What do you love about music?"
What do I love about music? That's an interesting question. Music is like the invisible force to which we all communicate with. And some of us are tapped into being able to channel that force and rearrange it and create something that is tangible for people. Mm-hmm. So what I love the most about music is the fact that our existence is based off of those vibrations. And every single person that you come in contact with is the physical manifestation of their heartbeat song, And so if I'm able to just emulate that heartbeat and that vibration for a moment in time, then that allows me to connect with you,
Holy hell, that's so good.
Yeah.
That is so powerful. Be playing that back on the air.
Nice!
Ayron Jones, you already know. Look him up. Freaking Guns N' Roses hometown show.
Yes.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you all so much, man. Appreciate it, guys. All right.